space like that and have those kind of extra requirements around you. And Jose also had the chance to be a part of a NEMO mission, and I think it's just like a lot of these other things we do where we're part of a crew and working as a team, and it just makes the experience so much better and more rewarding to be taking advantage of everybody's strengths to see the mission through to success. And up here on the space station, I think the thing that is going to be most interesting to me is that dynamic and how all of us will be working together to make this Expedition 20 and 21 a success as well. And then there's also the advantage of being able to look out the window at our beautiful planet below us. So I'm looking forward to many days of that as well. Thank you.
Thank you very much, and muchas gracias.
Gracias, Pedro.
Discovery ISS, this is Houston ACR. That concludes the Telemundo portion of the event. Please stand by for a voice check from WTSP TV.
Discovery ISS, this is WTSP. How do you hear me?
And WTSP ISS has you loud and clear.
NASA astronaut and Clearwater High graduate Nicole Stott, thank you for taking the time to talk with us as you fly around the Earth at 17,500 miles an hour. You now circled the globe more than 150 times. Have you had a chance to look down at Florida, the Tampa Bay area? What have your impressions been?
Well, I have had a chance, and thanks for asking the question, and thanks also for taking the time to do this interview with us up here. It's really exciting to know that Clearwater and the Tampa Bay area are excited about this mission, both the Discovery mission, the launch, and of course the landing that's coming up in a couple days, as well as we hope you'll continue to follow with Expedition 20 and 21 and on through the rest of the station's lifetime up here. But yeah, we've had the chance to take a look out the windows, and I did get to catch a glimpse of Florida the other day, but actually it was nighttime. And what's interesting to me is that you still get a really interesting view of the planet and what's going on down there, and the lights and the storms are just amazing to see. So I look forward to getting many more impressions and views of Florida and the rest of our planet while I have the opportunity to stay up here.
Well, you'll be up there on the space station for a few months, like you said, with Expedition 20. What are you going to be doing while you're up there? One of our producers, Mike, was wondering whether you're in charge of making tang or if that's another astronaut's job.
Well, we evenly distribute that responsibility, but, and we actually have a lot of really good things to drink and eat up here. But one of the things we'll be doing very shortly after Discovery leaves this evening is expecting HTV, which is the new Japanese cargo vehicle that will be coming up to deliver some new supplies and equipment to us. And that's going to be really unique and exciting for us because that vehicle flies up and then we get to work with the big robotic arm to kind of pick it out of space, grab it, and then pull it in and dock it to the station. So that's kind of a new thing for us up here. And then of course we're going to have many new and different science experiments going on with our laboratory facilities, and I'm really looking forward to getting into that work as well.
Well, you can't be working the entire time you're up there. What can you do for fun during your time off while you're up there?
Well, we do get some time off, of course, and I think a big thing for me is going to be, like you mentioned earlier, looking out the window and maybe perfecting some photography skills, picking out some landforms that interest me and trying to photograph those. I've also brought up a small watercolor kit, so I'm going to try some different things with watercolors and painting and see if maybe I can paint what I'm seeing as well. And I don't know that that'll be all that good, but it'll certainly be fun for me to try.
Well, this may work into that. This is your first trip into space. Laura connected with us and wanted to ask how you've adjusted to being weightless. what it's like, and what happens if you get sick. And perhaps Jose Hernandez, who's there with you, can demonstrate some weightlessness while we talk.
Yeah, and I could certainly use Jose to demonstrate some weightlessness. It has been fantastic. I've been really fortunate to feel good since we got into orbit, and it's interesting how the human body works and can just so quickly adapt to a new and different environment and just feel good doing it. The floating around is fantastic, and it's amazing how you can get used to using your hands to move yourself around versus walking on your feet. And I think there's definitely the fun aspect of it as well. We've been doing our little silly human tricks, of course, with flying through the different modules and little somersaults and fun with food, Superman, that kind of thing. But to me, it's just really kind of fascinating how the human body just adapts to a new and different environment.
You're the second astronaut to come from Clearwater High School. I got to ask, is there something in the water there? What is it about being from Clearwater in the Bay Area that has gotten you ready for this just incredible job?
Well, Clearwater was a really great place for me. I think a lot of that had to do with just the way my family lived in Clearwater. We spent a lot of time hanging out at the beach and also just enjoying that beautiful area. And the key thing for me, I think, was that my dad was just so into flying and building planes, and that he included us in that all the time. And so out at Clearwater Air Park, we had the opportunity to get exposed to some different things that maybe I wouldn't have seen in other places, and I think that definitely made its impact on me. And now that I can be up on the space station flying at, like you said, 17,500 miles per hour, and then independently flying through the station just to get around, it's been a really amazing thing.
That sounds really unreal. I did hear that space has kind of a smell from one of the earlier astronauts. When you came back in from your spacewalk, did you pick up on some sort of a scent or a smell?
Definitely did. And I keep getting asked, what's the most interesting thing, what's the most unexpected thing that you've experienced up here so far? And I think every day there's something. The first day we were in orbit and you're looking out at the Earth, you see this deep dark blackness of space, that black like I've never seen before, and the Earth glowing. And my impression was like a colored light bulb, just really brilliant. And then on station, we've had all these other things that have happened, but then that EVA coming in, it really, really does have a smell. You open up that airlock, and for us, once we got our helmets off, there is a distinct odor that comes in. It's not unpleasant. I don't really know how to describe it, but I smelled it 2 times again when the next 2 EVAs were done, and it just was a really surprising and unexpected, but I think special thing to be able to experience that.
Well, fantastic observations from orbit. Thank you so much, Mission Specialist Jose Hernandez and Clearwater High School Class of 1980 graduate Nicole Stott. Thank you again for taking the time with us, and all the best on your mission.